apologize for the blunt declaration. Perhaps we should start again. I'm Theo Hoffman, attorney at law. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Barrett.
Oh, did I just see you on Baker Street? You picked up my glove that I had dropped.
So I did.
Wow, and you work with Diane.
Correct. In fact, I will be defending you and Detective Falconeri against the wrongful death suit.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, it's a little late, so...
Oh, I am sorry, but I fear, Miss Barrett, that you have not been given the truth by some very well-meaning people. Frankly, and sadly, your prospects look rather bleak.
I guess you being happy for me.
I have a policy of telling my clients the unvarnished truth. It prepares them for things to come.
Well, that's actually very refreshing.
Thank you. Rest assured that I've handled many high-profile cases. I am very well versed in the vagaries of celebrity.
Yes, well, so I'm assuming that you mean it's going to complicate my case.
Well, no one doubts the dead man was after you with serious intent. Unfortunately, it may be assumed that you've been given preferential treatment precisely because you are famous.
Well, trust me, I have not.
Be that as it may, the plaintiff's attorneys may invoke a number of female celebrities who have been treated leniently despite their obvious guilt.
Okay, so what do we do about that?
Well, I will in fact argue the opposite of leniency in this case. Because if you were not in the public eye, this lawsuit would never have been filed. The benefit family is after media attention and deep pockets. They are, in effect, blackmailing you, despite the fact that you were in danger and you acted to protect yourself and Dante Falconeri.
Well, actually, what I did was I was trying to save a cop, which I know I feel like anyone in my position would have probably done the same thing.
Well, the problem is you are not just anyone, and we have to deal with that.
Okay, so how can I help you?
Well, why don't we begin by you telling me the unvarnished truth of exactly what happened in the alley that night.
Hey, Mr. Hoffman.
Yes, that's correct. Jason Morgan, I presume?
Yeah, Diane said you were going to take over Brenda's case and Dante's. Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe I'd go out and have like a walk and get some fresh air for a second.
I'm sorry if my questions disturbed you.
Oh.
Max is outside. He'll take you for a walk.
Oh, great. We could just finish later.
Of course.
We need to clear up a few things.
So I checked your...
Diane. But I want to hear your take on the lawsuit.
Well, as I told Miss Barrett, the biggest obstacle is her celebrity.
The guy was killing Dante. Brenda shot him in self-defense.
The circumstances are open to interpretation. Miss Barrett and Detective Falconeri are closely connected to a third party, Sonny Corinthos. There was no objective witness to the shooting. The jury will be asked to believe Detective Falconeri's and Miss Barrett's version of events.
That's good, because they're telling the truth.
Well, the jury's opinion will rest on Miss Barrett herself. They will be keeping a close eye on how she presents herself on the stand.
The problem with that is if someone asks Brenda the wrong question, she could fall apart. That's why you need to settle this before it goes to trial.
I will certainly do my best. But in my estimation, the plaintiffs would like to cause maximum suffering for Miss Barrett, which precludes a settlement. This will go to trial.
You need to be careful with Brenda. Because killing a man, even in self-defense, almost destroyed her.
does this always happen to me?
Oh, sorry, Miss Barrett. I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Why do I always end up walking around in the cold with bodyguards? No thanks, Max.
None taken.
Wow. Hey.
Nice night for a walk.
Yeah. Max,
Yeah. No problem. I'll be over here.
Hey.
So, you get married?
Yeah. I was, I'm thinking about maybe telling Sonny about us and the baby. Well, what do you think about that?
Hey. Well, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll go with whatever you decide. I'd appreciate if you told me what you're going to do, because if you do tell the truth about the baby, that'll affect me too.
Yeah, of course I'll tell you. Yeah, it's so weird when I think back to the time when Sonny and I were together, you know, a long time ago. And every time he hurt me, really hurt me, it was because of a lie or because of him keeping a secret, and I just don't ever want to make him feel that way, you know.
They grow up thinking that the right thing to do is to tell the truth and that the wrong thing to do is to lie. Sometimes those can be the exact opposites. When Michael told me that he killed his stepmother, I could have protected him. Could have accepted what my father, who I don't like very much, was doing, and he was telling a lie for a really good reason. He was putting himself on the stand for murder to save Michael. But I knew the truth, and that was right, and that made me right. And so I went into the courtroom, I had my badge in my hand, and I announced to everyone that Michael killed Claudia. And then he was put in prison for manslaughter.
Oh, man. I'm so sorry. That must have been horrible for you.
I was so sure that what I was doing was right, by telling the truth. And that would all fall out the way I wanted it to, and Michael would get a suspended sentence. And he didn't. And when you see your brother taken off in shackles, and you realize something, you learn a lesson, you know, that there are no absolutes. It's all a judgment call. And you gotta do what's best for the people you love. So you gotta ask yourself, I mean, you know, with Sonny, is this telling him the truth about the baby, is that gonna make anything better?
Probably not.
How do you think he'll react?
I think he'll feel terrible.
I want to tell him he's happy. And he wants to spend the rest of his life with you. Sometimes keeping a secret can be a pretty good gift.
Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. You've been so great to me.
You've been pretty good to me, too.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Congratulations on your engagement, Miss Barrett.
Thank you.
Cool.
Hey. You seen the lights in the park? Right, so the trees are completely covered in lights.
Wow, you're in a really good mood.
I'm engaged.
Yeah, I know. I just thought that lawyer might have pushed you too far, that's all.
No, he was great, actually. He, treated me like an adult who's capable of handling the realities of my situation.
Well, that's what he gets paid for.
Can't ruin my good mood.
No, I just, maybe Max should walk you more often.
Oh, that's great. Like, I'm a dog with multi-owners now, apparently. So when I was in the park, I saw Dante, and guess what he did? He congratulated me on my engagement. So, it just made me, kind of realize how silly I was before.
You're gonna have to narrow that down for me.
Well, just that I was always, assuming that Sonny and I are doomed, and we are, in fact, not.
Round-the-clock surveillance of Brenda Barrett. Full reports on every move she makes.
Now that you have access, why not just kill her and be done with it?
Miss Barrett has information I need. I've worked hard to put myself in a position of trust. Now that she's beginning to confide in me, I'll break her down systematically until she tells me everything she knows. Only then will I take my full revenge.
Well, I've been anticipating the worst, and I just really finally realized that the worst isn't going to happen. I mean, Balkan hasn't gotten me really because of
he
you.
can still be after
Please
you.
don't interrupt me when I'm trying to give you a compliment. And I just feel really strongly about the fact that I really thought it was a mistake to come here. I really did, and you forced me to come here. And I thought it was going to be the worst thing that ever happened to me, and it's turning out to be the best thing that's ever happened to me. And it really is because of you. So I just want to say, thank you. Stand still.
You're welcome.
You're thinking of